everybody, it's Sam from Kavee, and today's video we are going to be talking about the real shocking cost of owning a guinea pig. So people who don't know, guinea pigs require just as much as maintenance and management, as much as, if not more, than cats and dogs. So guinea pigs can live up to 10 years, and the first step that we can do is making sure that we can give the best possible care for their entire lives. So if you're watching this video, you might be thinking, oh, do I get a guinea pig? Do I not get a guinea pig? I don't really know. How much is it going to be? What this whole video is going to be is a huge breakdown of how much, on average, 2 guinea pigs cost. So not just 1, but 2, because guinea pigs should not be left alone. Obviously, it goes without saying that this kind of budget is for UK, so it will be in sterling pounds, and it will also depend on where and when you shop. So even in the UK, there might be some different shops that you might go to, other people will go to. So it is all dependent on regional and where you actually purchase these things from. So let's start with the initial upfront cost of getting a guinea pig. So this picture on here is actually on our blog, so you're more than welcome to check that out if you want to. It's on our website. Here's how we've kind of broken it all down. So all in all, our estimate costs are somewhere between £260 and £430. And right now that probably seems like, what? How have you even got to that much? Well, let me break it down for you. Firstly, you're going to start off with your guinea pigs, because they're not free. So if you plan on rescuing your guinea pigs, so whether you're going to a rescue or a shelter, there will also be adoption fees. It depends on which particular place do different adoption fees, so it does, it's up to you which one you go for. So we've kind of got like an average price on that. Also, if you want a rarer guinea pig, that will also cost you a bit more as well. So it all depends on average and what it is that you're going for, but we've kind of concluded it between £10 and £40. So unless you have a designated free range area, you will now need a cage. So next we have the cost of cages, and that can actually range between anywhere between £70 or £190, and that is based on C&C Cages. So you probably already know by now, but over here at Kavee, we absolutely really will fight to the corners of C&C Cages and how amazing they are. So we recommend those ones, and this part of the actual section will be about C&C Cages. If you're still dithering whether you want to do like a normal cage or whether you want to go for a C&C cage, I do have a video on that where I explain why C&C Cages are just so great and that much better. So do check that out if you're still a bit like, oh, about it. So for 2 female guinea pigs, we recommend for a minimum space required of a 4x2 cage. That's based on C&C Cages. So C&C Cages are basically modular grids, and that's going to be 4 of those by 2 of those. So yeah, the 4x2 C&C cage, we actually sell it over here at Kavee. And it retails priced from £69, which may sound a lot up front, but they last, you can move around with them. So if you think you just want a square or a rectangle kind of shape by now, you can actually pick and change. If you want to add more space or take away any space, you can. Like I said, tons of things you can do with C&C Cages. It's absolutely worth getting those ones. So 4x2 for 2 female guinea pigs, and then we recommend a 5x2 for 2 male guinea pigs, just because they're a bit more territorial for space. And once again, that is the minimum required. You are more than welcome to go bigger if you want to. But the 5x2 here at Kavee actually starts from £72 as well. If you are thinking about having guinea pigs outdoors, there will also be additional prices on top of that. So if you're somewhere in the UK, hutches can kind of add separate costs of like tarps or fitted covers to go over them. And in the UK, the weather isn't actually always that great. So in harsher, colder conditions, you will also need a heater as well. So in these prices, we haven't actually added them into the average price of owning a guinea pig, but they will be additional if you think that you want to house them outside. And once again, that depends on where you buy them from and where you are in the world. So the initial cost of bedding, £70. Ta-da! This is based on Fleece Liners, and we really, once again, going to push that really recommend Fleece Liners. Although Fleece Liners seem quite expensive from the get-go, you're thinking 70 quid for a fleece liner? Are you mad? They're reusable, they're rewashable. It just works. They just work out a lot cheaper in the long run. So if you're gonna go for like wood shavings, paper shavings, anything like that, it actually works out more expensive in the long run because you're buying like repetitively a bit more, whereas Fleece Liners is just the one-off. Next, we have the cost of accessories, and that ranges between £110 to £130. You're going to need some basic accessories or essentials for these guinea pigs, so here are the most common ones. If you're thinking, this is too much, I'm already like, whoa, Sam, slow down. If you actually go onto my website, we actually have a care sheet. It's free, you can download it, you can print it, all yours. So go over to kaveecage.co.uk. Here is a breakdown of the essentials and their rough costs. So just remember that this will change dependent on location, where you buy things from. So now that you've kind of done the setup part of it, so that's kind of obviously the one time that you'll do it, the next thing that we're going to focus on is the yearly expense, so yearly routine costs of owning guinea pigs. And that can range between £330 to £440. So now that you've got the initial setup sorted, like I said, you're not going to have to, you can't really rely on those forever. So you're going to have to do yearly upkeep. Keeping them healthy will add to an estimate of £440. So here is our breakdown. The cost yearly for food. Small creatures, big appetites. So the cost of food on a yearly kind of basis can range between £250 and £350. Piggies require an unlimited supply of hay. 50 grams of mixed vegetables per guinea pig and a small portion of pellets and fresh water daily. We recommend that guinea pig food, the pellets has very little or no grain or cereal, just because that contributes to obesity and diabetes. I'm referring back to another screenshot now for the cost of bedding, and that can range between £20 and £30, so here is a rough breakdown. So this is the cost of fleece liners. Based on our calculations, wood shavings tend to cost around £135.56 more than fleece liners. And finally, we're going to go on to the cost of yearly healthcare, and that can be about £60. Unfortunately, guinea pigs might have to take a trip to the veterinarian, and I want to stress that this part of the section of this video is really going to heavily depend on what your vet fees are. Every vet is different. It really does depend on kind of whether, you know, insurance comes into it, the vet actual fees. It really is dependent on all of this. So this is kind of on an average in the UK. Some guinea pig parents have reported that emergency fees could cost anywhere between £100 to £3,000. So it really is dependent on what the issue is, what the vet fee structure is, whereabouts you are. All of that comes into play when it comes to this section. On average, we recommend that you set aside £30 budget per guinea pig per year. This is pretty average around their lifespan. It might be worth looking into pet insurance to help with bills if costs like that seem a little bit too much. But obviously that depends on how much the pet insurance is, what provider you go for, what care you go for. So that's obviously into play as well. But if you don't want to do pet insurance, the best thing to recommend is to be setting aside money into savings should the unforeseen happen. That way you're prepared, and that way you're proactively ready to kind of throw the money out whenever your pet gets injured or has an illness. Healthy guinea pigs should also have routine checkups. If you're doing your care at home and you're having your guinea pig checks at home, you might miss something that a vet wouldn't. So if you can, at least once a year, probably do some more if you can, just to make sure your guinea pigs are happy and healthy. Guinea pigs are very good at hiding any illnesses, so the cost isn't that much if you can just say, are they okay? Yeah, great, cool, come home. So to conclude this whole thing, to conclude the cost of guinea pigs, piggies can cost you up to £870 in the first year. So go back to this picture on the website, that's broken obviously down into the initial setup fees and then your yearly cost as well. So despite the size, guinea pigs can require up to £900 for the first year and then £440 for the following years afterwards. Let me know what you think. Is that as much or as little as you thought it was? If you're paying less, what are your secrets? Tell us in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, this video is actually based on an article on our blog, so if you haven't checked that out yet, please do. Link in the description box below. Link to also the website. And like I said, if you're still like, oh, do I get C&C cages? Do I get fleece liners? Do I do this? Do I do that? I bet you there's a video on it, so check out those as well. Nice to see you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next one.